Hello, everyone. This is your faithful Amanda Splatts, the Amanda Splatts Project. Live at night again. That shit happens a lot. Apparently, I need to stop. Fucking stop doing that shit. Ruining my fucking health. It is. I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep a night doing that shit. But the last few nights, last few collabs I had and everything, I wouldn't fucking trade that for anything, man. Holy shit. That's some beautiful, beautiful fucking times. Very, very happy with how a lot of things went out. I suck at video games and shit. I got my ass fucking handed to me. But I still had a great damn time. I had some great fucking people. Reconnected with some great fucking people. And it's all leading up to the big event. On Thursday. Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, my 1-year anniversary. Still doesn't feel fucking real, man. I don't fucking know. Still doesn't feel real to me. I've been doing this for almost a calendar year. Almost a whole year. A year ago. And then it does feel real to me. Because then I remember there was a really bad event that happened shortly before I went live the first time. That kind of spurred me into doing this. I was talking to someone that, I think I was talking to Neo, talking about how it can take a tragedy to spur you on to doing something. That's how, like, people, human beings are wired. But no depressing shit tonight, man. We're celebrating a great fucking time. The last couple of weeks have been a really good fucking time, man. First of all, you'll notice the 3D is not as wonky as it usually is the last couple times. So, V-Magic Mirror updated like maybe a month or so ago. And it was like really high power, high intensity and shit, and my eyes started twitching, and it could detect mouth movements and expressions and shit. I don't think my eyes really twitch that much in real life. Otherwise, one of my vendors would have told me. They don't fuck around. But I was not happy with it. I wanted to go back to the low chunk version. Minimal chunk, but minimal, like the version where the mouth is not actually captured by the camera. The mouth is just captured by the sound of the microphone. And then it just kind of tracks the general head. And apparently that is a thing it could flip on its own right now. Like, I'll try to turn on the high power one for a moment. This is the high power one. It's a lot more fluid. But I don't want to look how, like, twitchy it makes my fucking eyes. I don't know if it's the lighting in the room or if I just got twitchy eyes. I don't know. I sit here once every couple weeks and I'll stare at Amanda, and Amanda stares back at me. And now we're back to low power. So it looks like that's been taken care of, and so that's good, because I want to need that for a couple of streams coming up in the next couple days. I want to try to use the 3D model a little bit more. I want to try to see if I'll have enough time to cut some bloat out of Windows. I know Mudahar recently posted some tips on doing that. I want to... I've got this fucking update set for Windows. I don't want it to fucking bork everything. I don't want to have to redo everything again and again. But after the stream tonight, I'm going to have to fucking reboot Windows. Just to make sure it does not fuck with my anniversary streams. I hate the technological side of this. I fucking do. I fucking hate it. But if I want to give you the experience and the proper experience that you fucking deserve, I gotta learn this shit. I've been doing this almost a year, man, and I'm still fucking learning. It's great, but it's also a headache, man. I just want to stream games and chat with amazing people. That's all I really care about, man. Bring worlds to you. So, we're gonna go a little bit faster than usual. We're gonna go trip hammer fucking speed today. Because we got 18 streams to talk about. I did not know it was gonna be so much, man. This last week was supposed to be quiet and calm. Last week was only supposed to be 2 streams. Or this last week, rather. 2 streams. Choco on Wednesday. And then, Flats and Tight Spaces on Sunday. And ended up having like 9 or 10 streams. Because I was invited to a ton of collabs. And I put out for a ton of collabs. And everyone accepted. It's like when I started out, the week I shot my shot. And when Mina Vanilla inspired me to reach out. And I reached out to a lot of people, and every single one of them accepted. We got shot my shot. This time I didn't even need to shoot my shot. This time it's the week Amanda's it just went off in her fucking hands while she was cleaning it. Ah man, I got to hang out with Rika Paprika, the original Rika. That's 2 of the 5 original flavors. I know Baked Fresh. I don't think Baked Fresh was the original made of vanilla, but I have collabed with Temp Tempai, so it still checks the bread lady off the list. I don't know the voice actor Donna does anything anymore. And then there's Brolame. And then there's Cinnabon. Cinnabon's kind of out of the community. She's been on hiatus for a while. Wish you will, DIY Bear. Take care of yourself, right? So we're gonna speed up. Some of these were gorillas, some of these were short, some of these I don't have a ton to fucking say about them. But they do all kind of weave a tapestry, tell a story. We're gonna go faster than usual. Because I said I gotta reset the system, gotta prepare everything for 3 a.m. Wednesday morning. It starts 3 a.m. Wednesday morning. And I'm probably going to be streaming straight till like midnight Thursday. It's going to be a huge fucking thing. Although, I specifically have carved out 6-hour blocks for sleep on both days. So, I will be getting sleep, probably. Ooh, that came with a prize. Alright, so enough being a dumbass, enough me talking, let's fucking talk. Gonna start. Starting on the 2nd. Massive fucking road test. Huge goddamn deal, man. The summer Steam sale came, and it came hard all over your face. It was amazing. I had $30 left in my Steam wallet. I'd bought a $50 card just out of FOMO. Pure FOMO, I'll admit that. It's a fucking FOMO. And $30? Got 11 games. And still had a little bit left over. It was amazing. The main ones there's 3 main ones I want to talk. All of them were good. Except Deadly Premonition. I could not get Deadly Premonition to work. But the rest of them were great. Good. The rest of it, like Slot Cars, was fine. I'm sure Florida RPG is going to be fine. But there's the big 3 I want to talk about. Number 1, Disco Elysium. I played it for like maybe a half hour or so. Blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. It looks like you can play that multiple times, man, multiple different ways. And it's like classic tabletop type RPGs, man. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing. I had to force myself to stop playing. Oh, man. If I end up finding time to stream semi-regularly again, and have enough time to have one day of the week dedicated to one game, I want to do Disco Elysium. That's skipping right to the head of the list if Sunday Long Boys become a thing again. Because that, remember, Sundays I used to do one game over a month. There was Blaster Central Fiction, South Park, Stick of Truth, West of Loathing. I loved West of Loathing. West of Loathing kind of helped define my channel early on. It was amazing. I loved it. It was great. Disco Elysium's the next one I want to do. But if I'm doing something long like that, I want to do it regularly. I want to make it a regular thing. So anyone who's actually invested in the story can follow along. Like, I know some people say, hey, don't do long series. Don't do continuation series. Because the viewership will fall off. But I believe one of the top 10 most watched VODs of all time on my channel is the final chapter of BlazBlue Central Fiction. And more recent episodes of Darkest Dungeon have really popped off. So, you know, sometimes you just believe someone just because, like, what they say is good, and it's just, it's not backed up by any facts. I got fucking trust issues. I know. You don't hear them bitch about it. Yeah, Disco Elysium was amazing. Windjammers 2. Choco is the one who kind of goaded me into buying Windjammers 2. I'm sure we're going to play at some point. He's going to cut my fucking nuts off in that game with the frisbee. I'm not good at it. And I really was not happy at the beginning. Like, you know, this is the author talking. These wrap-up streams, it's always the author behind Amanda. And, you know, when I'm yelling and screaming and hollering and shit, that's usually a bit. When I get really pissed off, I just keep quiet. Sometimes I just mute the mic. I got legitimately pissed off with Windjammers. Setting that up. But it was an interesting, it looked great, it played great, had nice aesthetics, I liked it. I want to play 100-foot robot golf, though. That looks so adorable and goofy as hell. And I know Malone would like, I don't know if Malone picked it up or not. I want to do some golf streams with Malone. Because golf is a thing on my channel now. I kind of blew my, I'll go ahead and spoil a little bit for you. We'll bring it up later. The three pillars of my channel, 3 things I want to focus on there. The Fire Pro, collabs, and my creative writing. Those are the 3 things that have emerged as most important to me and most important to the channel. A 4th thing, as I reviewed VODs and reviewed information stuff, a 4th thing popped up. Golf. I got a ton of goddamn golf content on this channel. Like Curse to Golf, Neo Turf Masters with the golf sex god Robert Landolt. It's Desert Golf. I got so much golf on this channel, man. It's cool. It's something different, I guess. 100-foot robot golf looks hilarious. It looks like an actual legitimate golf game with a whole bunch of giant robot destructive elements. It looks absolutely amazing. Plays okay on my chunky little bastard. I liked it. I liked a lot of what I got. Like I said, the only thing I ended up returning was Deadly Premonition. And that was because it just straight up did not run. So that was some good stuff, man. That was some good stuff. Let's see what was next. So expect more content from those games in the future. Okay, next up was the original plan for that day. Gotta make sure I'm changing the correct one, the right element. And by the way, I do plan on organizing all this shit. There we go. If you're gonna see me doing a lot of streams these days, collabs that are not on my channel. Like, the only reason all the collabs are on my channel this upcoming week are because it's my anniversary. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of shit that's not on my channel. And I've been thinking about just saving the VODs manually, physically, for those. Because I don't want to forget these amazing moments with these amazing people I know. So, Carmelo. Carmelo and I collabed a foot-ton salted caramel at full effect. This is basically, first we met Rift Runners and Oshi Push. Rift Runners, oh god, my brain still fucking hurts from that one. I don't think I fully understood or grasped the rules, even though I jolly stomped and destroyed Malone by over like 100%. Kind of drove him into the fucking ground. And then we played Oshi Push and I just barely won. That was the main reason I wanted to stream, because I wanted to play another Oshi Push, but then I was like, I'm playing with runners, teaching everyone Rift Runners. Why not teach you? And I'm like, I can't teach me because I'm a dumb fucking hag. You know what card games are to me? Blackjack and draw poker. Those are fucking card games. Like, I had the Pokemon card game back in the day, but I never played it. I just had it for, like, set pieces. And I played Magic the Gathering a little bit. But I had a card that did Shadow, and nobody else where I lived had Shadow. So nobody could block me. So they just threatened physical violence if I ever play with them again. That's a real shit. But yeah, it's always fun chilling out with a giggly little Milo. I know a lot of my fans are fans of his. And like, that's why part of the reason I try not to stream when he does. Because I know people, if they got the choice of us, they're going to go watch Malone. And they should. Because Malone is fucking amazing. That's why, like, it's kind of weird how it worked out. Our collabs, we've been splitting whose channel they've been on. Like, when it's something chunky like Tabletop is on his channel. When it's something simple like Fight Kate is on my channel. I think the last one where we actually had both stream our perspectives was the House Within, or whatever, that one lake house one where it's a big puzzle solving thing. At that, you really did need to see both perspectives. It was good. And Rift Runners, oh god. Very interesting game. But oh my god, there are so many mechanics to learn. And you gotta learn mechanics for like every single deck and every single thing. So I don't know if I've got the brain capacity to handle like more than one deck. But I know in some of those deck builders, you don't have to. Like, you just stick with what you know and pick up some new cards for it when they come out. I think the hook was me getting addicted to fights in tight spaces. That's how they hooked me into doing other deck builders. Because I don't think I would have touched Oshi Push or Rift Runners. Either one. If it wasn't for Malone. And for fights in tight spaces. John Wick Simulator. Hell of a time, hell of a collab, always a good time with Carmelo. Always a good time when to kick their ass. But, yeah. Great artwork. Great gameplay mechanics. Just a lot to remember, and I'm a dumb desert bitch. I'll forget most of it by the time if we ever play it again. I'm pretty sure we'll play it again. I'll have to, like, look through some of the cards. Some of the pre-made decks. Alright, next up. 4th of July holiday. Drop a little lore. Gotta hunt through it as we're loading up. I got some really good gens of Mai and Amanda together. Well, I'm a little slow. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, dropped the lore video on the 4th of July. I had a pre-made video made. I already filmed Sextet Synthesis, Fire Pro, but I knew I wanted to do a creative writing stream as part of my anniversary celebration because creative writing is a massively important thing to me. Doing that, keeping me grounded, working on the story, even when I feel like almost nobody else is following the lore. If I keep working on, like, I'll at least have something to leave behind. And we dropped one of the most important pieces of the lore of the story so far. Because it's been a year. Figured we needed to drop some important. And there it is. Mai never had Amanda's soul. When Amanda was crawling just after the transformation, after getting run over, crawling her hands and knees, not even her knees, her bottom half was just guts strewn about the road, dragging herself through the sand with her forearms. And Sand Ruby said, "I want your immortal soul, then I'll heal you, and then I'm in charge." And Sand Ruby revealed on the 4th of July she never had Amanda's soul. She essentially said she's done with Amanda. After like 15 years or so in the desert, the reason she tried to keep her under her thumb and lied to her was because she was studying her and what that truck did to her, seeing if she could reverse engineer it. But she's realized that she can't. So she's done with Amanda. And so she decided to come clean. She does not have Amanda's soul. She never had Amanda's soul. Mai's a liar. So now she's offered to have an open and honest conversation and give Amanda some answers, which Amanda doesn't trust. After finding this out. So it's going to be a very tense and uncomfortable conversation between the two. And that conversation is going to be the focus of the creative writing stream. That's going to start off my anniversary celebration. Just a conversation between Amanda and Sand Ruby. Now that everything has changed. Not only was Amanda free, she'd always been free. And Sand Ruby's just lying to her, but when a god lies to you, what are you supposed to do about it? I'm honest, I'm still having a little bit of problem getting in Amanda's head to see how she'd react to it. That's why I wanted to do that live on stream. And that's why I'm doing 7 streams for my anniversary. I have blocked off more time for the creative writing stream than anything else. Because I want to explore this and get this chapter in the book for the 1-year anniversary. But that was a big revelation. Sandy never had Amanda's soul. So now the relationship has changed. Or has it? We'll find out when I try to write a conversation on Wednesday. Now, on to much more lighter fare. I didn't know what kind of time I'd have for preparation, getting everything ready for the anniversary. So I pre-taped Sextet Synthesis A and B. Sextet Synthesis is my version of the G1 Climax. I chose 12 characters, either interesting and promising up-and-comers, or people who have been important to WebP, my Fire Pro Federation, since day one. 12 people, 2 blocks of 6. And the top 2 would go on to the final block of 4. Now, I'll tell you right now before we get into that. New York State of Mind, the PLE for Fire Pro for WebP on Wednesday. It's going to be a lot shorter than the usual show. That's why I did the pre-tape, to trim some of the fat. Because I wanted to do creative writing at 3 a.m. I wanted to do Babaniku Summit with Shoko and Malone, 4 p.m. And I wanted to budget at least 6 hours for the creative writing. So that means New York State of Mind can only go from like 10 to 3. Normally when there's 25 matches like there's usually are, it can go up to 7 hours. So I've turned it down to 12. Maybe I might have a 13th. I've trimmed it down to 12, and I pre-filmed the actual league itself, most of the league. So we had Demo Man, Hosho Marine, current HoloLive champion, Pepsi Man, Cerno, bitter rivals after their cup of Pepsi with the tag belts, G-Man, the first ever king of Flavortown, and Maggie Simpson, because why the fuck not? And, to my pleasant surprise, the G-Man and Cerno won. Of these 6 people, even though Pepsi Man has had a huge hand in the history of the company, I'd argue to say Cerno and the G-Man probably had the most to do with this company, like in the early days, from the beginning, from day one, than anyone else. So it's good that they're going to be moving on to Sextet Synthesis B, or the PLE. It's not a pay-per-view. I need to stop calling it a pay-per-view. It's a PLE. They don't do pay-per-views anymore, I think. But yeah, so Cerno, Little Ice Fairy, former Gensokyo champion, former tag team champion, and the G-Man, the first ever mayor of Flavortown, after beating the crap out of Guy Fieri. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun to call, too. And strategically putting it together was a lot of fun, too. I'm twitching like that because I'm rubbing my eye, and apparently it's reading it weird. Trying to guarantee that the last match was important. So I had matches, 1 string of matches, or 2 strings of matches rather, and then gauging by where everyone's score was, I went ahead and fleshed out the matches for the rest of the one for the lowest scores, and then the ones under them, and then the ones under them, just to make sure that the final match was super important. And it was. Cerno had already locked in, and then it was Demo Man versus G-Man, 2 Valve properties, and G-Man won. So it's going to be G-Man and Cerno making it to the finals, and the card's even going to be even bigger than that. Like the Sextet Synthesis finals, that's just half of the card, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be a hell of a time, and it's going to be great that it's going to be a shorter show, so I don't blow my fucking throat before the Babaniku Summit. I don't really have an image for one. I think I just picked another one of Sandy and Amanda in a car crying because everything's gone to shit. So just pick up a random picture. Yeah, this one's beautifully awkward. So, on the 5th, I did a gorilla. The next day after 4th of July, I think I got up early or something. Either I got up early or they let me go to work, off of work early. Something happened. And I noticed I had $2 left in my Steam account after the refund for Deadly Premonition went through. So I just did a guerrilla stream. No harm, no foul, no huge thing. Just dumb shit. I bought games for like 49 cents each. Had to return both of the lawnmower games. Then there was a game I bought for Malone. And then ended up buying another game for both Malone and myself, Ape War, where apes are gonna throw poop at each other, I assume. It was just a dumb little silly stream. Then I did milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. I don't think I got the quote-unquote best ending. But it was fine. It was worth, like, I think I got it for like $1. Little tiny visual novel. I went through it again and got the same ending, even though I made different picks. So I don't know if there is another quote-unquote ending. Happy Amanda Splatts. Hey, thank you, Clank. My anniversary is on Thursday at 2 p.m. Not my anniversary quite yet. But thank you for the well wishes. But yeah, not too much to say about that one. It's just a little gorilla spending the last 2 dolans I had in my Steam account. I now have 50 cents. Okay, now we made it to Sunday. Now I made it to Sunday. Now I can go back to the actual, like, thumbnails. This one had been, I think this stream had been pushed off a couple times. I wanted to revisit a couple more, UFO 50 games. Because I'd given up on UFO 50 after I'd canceled Gunsmoke, or whatever it was. Grimstone. The RPG after it broke and all the fucking technical problems I was having. I gave up. So I wanted to play UFO 50 again. I wanted to try to beat a few different games. But I got stuck. I beat Chameleon. I did beat Chameleon. Without cheating, without looking anything up. And I got the Cherry. Which is like the award you get. Gold is just beating the game. Cherry is doing something special. And it was a cute little puzzle game. I liked it. I'm just too dumb. And then I did Night Manor. Point and click adventure. I believe this one was... Was this the 6th? No, this was Monday before work, I think. I think it was trying to get y'all something before work. No, what was the 6th? No, the 6th was... Yeah. Oh, God, my fucking post-work brain. My fucking post-work brain. So today's the 14th. It's the 7th. Yeah, it was Sunday. I'm trying to remember, why did I have a self-imposed moratorium on how long I could play if I didn't go to work or had family that day? But yeah, I got stuck in Night Manor because it's a point-and-click adventure with all the bullshit that entails. It looks great. It sounds great. It had an infuriating feature where the monster just kept trying to kill you again and again and again. And you kept having to hide again and again and again. And it got real annoying and really frustrating. And I just said, no, fuck it. Fuck it, I'll do it another time. Fuck it. So yeah, UFO 50 is great. They emulate the games, those classic games that they're trying to emulate. They mimic them amazingly, accurately. For better and for worse. Because a lot of the games do have those problems, too, that they had back in the day. Oh, shit, yeah, that's why. Because... Oshi Push. I didn't stream my, so I'll just keep this. I'll keep this one up. Oshi Push with Mollington. We had to push this back a couple times, actually. Again. Another stream we've had to push back a couple times. It was great, man. Actually finally hanging out with Malton, and it's on his channel, of course. If I'm in a tabletop simulator stream, Assume I'm not streaming my end, because it's too fucking chunky. Yeah. Played Oshi Push, I got my street legal Orica deck. And he beat me in 3 straight matches. But he just barely beat me. Barely, like with 1 card or 1 option or 1 idea. Just barely fucking won. Like the 3rd round, I only won because he went first that round. If I'd gone first and was able to resolve things my way, I would have won. That's how insanely close it was. So yeah, I lost 3 times in a row. But they were stupidly rail-thin close. And the great thing is, I never actually got into maximum power. I matched him blow for blow, ridiculously close, and that was all 3 times my game plan did not go off. So imagine I would have at least won 2 of them if I'd gotten up to tier 7 Orca. So I consider that a moral victory. That was cool. Yeah, we had to push it back a couple times. It was fun. I had a good time with bowling. Do it again sometime. And then that evening. So that evening, we were supposed to do part 2. Me, Zoss, Malone, and Grub were supposed to do part 2 of Fightcade. No, not Fightcade. It's supposed to the tabletop RPG, the One Top Rules. We're supposed to do the second one, but Grub wasn't able to make it. Like, I don't think I'm telling tales out of school saying that Grub was the one who missed it, because me and Zoss were collabing that night, and then Kara stopped by to say hello and shit talk, as you want to do. And so yeah, it was Grub who had to miss. It's fine though. We pushed it back a week, and instead, Zoss really insisted on wanting to stream something with me. I'm like, alright. I'm trying to get everyone to play Fightcade. I got Malone playing it. I got Choco. Choco got me playing it. I got Malone playing it. I get Zoss playing it. What game, though, could... He straight up said, when I suggested Fightcade, he said he's not good at fighting games. So I'm like, what would Zoss be good at? And then I thought about Quiz and Dragons. Capcom and D&D was in the ghost. You fucked up your company the most. Had a collaboration back in the 90s and made some great fucking games. Including a quiz game, a trivia game. Hold on, water. I've stopped filling my mini fridge with Pepsi to force myself to start hydrating with water more. Yeah, so I picked Fightcade, Quiz and Dragon. It was a fun time, and he won. Like, it's a collaborative thing. We're working together, but he got a higher score, like by 2 or 3 questions. Like, he made a massive rally at the end during the final boss rush. It's a boss rush in a quiz game. Shut the fuck up. And it was a hell of a time, and it was cool. A little something different for Zoss. I know that's not his usual thing. And it's cool of him stepping out of his comfort zone, too. That was fucking neat. So, yeah, we weren't able to do tabletop that night, but we made up for it. We had a good time. And that brings us to the first week. Now, the second week was only supposed to be 2 streams. 2 streams. One with Choco and Fights in Tight Spaces. Ended up having... Oh, shit. How many did I have? Let's check. Nine streams and 1 pre-tape. So... It was like I said, it was only supposed to be 2 streams then. I got a lot of collabs that kicked off. I was invited to a lot of stuff. Here I thought, like... You know, you get the fucking brainworms wonder, hey, have I been, like... blacklisted or some shit? No one connects with me. And then I gotta remind myself, no, people will connect. But your whole thing was for a while that you're not afraid to be the one who reaches out. You got to start doing that shit again. And I did. So Monday morning, I think it was before work. I think, yeah. Gave myself a couple hours before work. I finished Night Manor as a gorilla. Because I just could not let it sit where I got fucking stuck. I was so close, I could see like the strings of fate and everything. And to my credit, I looked up one thing. And that one thing was bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I'd have never figured out either way. It was cracking open the bathroom mirror to get the safe combination. There's no way you would have been able to figure that out or guess that at all. It was bullshit. But the rest of that I did on my own. Well, that and I looked up that you do have to actually kill the monster. But I would have tried that anyways on my own. Like, I was trying to use every single item on him anyways. You had to use a crossbow to kill the killer. Since he's got the key to the basement. So, yeah, just chunking that out of the way. And then played a little, Bushido Ball. Which is like Windjammers, but for samurais. Real fucking sport. Bushido Ball's a man's sport, except there's 3 women. They're cool. Yeah, I did this back in the day too, like with Legend of the Mystic Ninja. I just wouldn't let things slide. I would have to come back like in the morning after seething about it all night. And just try to top it off, try to finish it. At a time when no one would fucking watch it. And I did it, and I'm happy, and I got the cherry. Like, to my testament, I had beaten out the gold ending, the standard gold ending, just leaving in the car, without looking a single thing up. But I knew, after playing Clock Tower for the NES back in the day, that's SNES back in the day, just leaving out of the car was not going to fucking cut it. The killer was going to be behind you the whole damn time. So yeah, Night Manor's in the pocket. Like I said, UFO 50 is amazing. They emulate the classic games and classic genres for better and for worse. Then I had a shit ton of collabs. Like an actual shit ton of collabs. Like I said, the only 2 streams I was supposed to do were Fightcade with Choco and Fights in Tight Spaces. And then just ended up having collab after collab after collab after collab after collab. And great thing about Temp is that he's in Japan. Another great thing about Temp is that he's in Japan, so the time frame actually works up with mine. Like, I believe it's evening where he is. And that's not doxing where he is. Like, all of Japan has one time zone. America has 4. So, like, when he's getting ready for the evening, it's me getting up in the morning. And we chilled a little Power Wash Simulator. I haven't played Power Wash Simulator, I think, in months. And we ended up playing some of the Final Fantasy VII stuff. It was neat. We got to chat. We got to spray around. We got to be fucking goofy. Temp and Neo are 2 of those guys where, like, they're cool. I want to stream more with them. I like them. I like what they're doing. I love how they're bringing glory to flavor. But, like, we run in different circles. We're on each other's periphery. So maybe we don't get to hang out as much as we like to. Although that gets remedied later in the week. But yeah, it was just fun. Getting out the hose and hosing things down with them for a little while. Nothing big, complicated, nothing fancy. Hang out. Wednesday. So Wednesday is the planned stream. Start with the planned stream. That was going to be ADK games with Choco. See, that's me as Neo Dio and Choco was Casara Westfield. It's gonna be a simple fight game stream. Choco woke up late. That's fine. Shit happens. And again, that's me, not me Tontos, but he said on stream that he would wait. And then part of the way in, he had to leave. That's fine. Shit happened, man. We played Aggressive Dark Combat. We did get to play that, though. And he showed me a whole new world with that game. Like, I thought it was just a shitty 2.5D brawler 'em up. I will get rid of the Ottoman by the time we do the anniversary stream. The Ottoman is on its way out. I'm just going to use my office chair for those. Yeah, but he taught me a lot of shit about the game and the mechanics and how crazy the fucking characters are. It was good. It was fun. It was short, but it was enjoyable, and we had a good time. We'll do. We want to do World Heroes 2. We want to do Ninja Masters. Maybe World Heroes Perfect, just to show how different it is from World Heroes 2. It's great stuff, and good time, short time, good time with Choco. So, to fill in the gap, I did another run of Fights in Tight Spaces. I was determined to beat the fucking game. And I was very sad, very angry when it was over. It was the second time I'd ever gotten up to Agent XI, the final boss. The first time I'd gotten up to his final form. And then he, like, yeeted me out, I think. Second time... This is not my fucking fault. This time was not my fucking fault. This time... he has a full health. He has 4 different forms, 4 different stages. And if you get him down, like, I believe past 45 health, you go to the next stage. He was on, like, the last 5 health for the first stage. I hit him with 80 health damage. I believe it was stun follow-up attack with steel body. 80 damage. That should have completely skipped the second stage and gotten us right to the third stage. That's not what happened. They just went ahead and got back to the second stage anyway, and I died on the second stage. It's not my fucking fault. That's the game not recognizing I put a lot of shit into it, and I was very angry and upset because the game mechanically fucked up. And I'm not going to get upset, and I'm not going to get angry, and I'm not going to think about it. We're going to move on to the next stream. Because the next stream was actually a lot of fun. The next stream was hanging out with Neo. Neo Duggo. I tell you, man, Neo's so fucking busy. Doing amazing things. Doing a lot of programming and studying and shit. It's so cool. So fucking cool. I loved him. I love chatting with the dude. He's so, and we were thinking about games and like, nah. We just went in with this. We were going to go in with some topics, some certain things to talk about. But, like, things got busy for both of us. They just went in blind for a couple hours. And actually had a great time just chatting and getting a little deeper than I thought we would. But you need that sometimes, man. And Neo's a good guy, kind of. He does have his Monero moments, he'll admit them. But kind of helps keep me centered, too. Kind of helps keep me sane. Early on, being Amanda Splatts, he was really helpful. And now he's busy doing his own thing, and I'm trying to support him in every way I can, man. Neo's a good boy. Had a good time. Not a whole lot to say, just a nice, cool, simple chat. Do it again sometime. Okay. This is where things kind of fucking go off the rails. 3 massive collabs in 3 days. that absolutely fucking drained my fucking brain. But before that, we did A block of Sex Set Synthesis. I pre-taped that shortly after B block. I aired A block first because it was the 4th of July, and I aired B block first because it was the 4th of July, and I honestly think B block was more interesting and had a better group than A block did. So I did A block on the 11th. Undertaker, Sam Bridges, Marissa, Billy Lee, Dr. Doom, and ASCII, who has a tragic history in WebP. And in the end, Undertaker, who was like the god of actual pro wrestling in my federation, because he won the WWE tournament, then unified the WWE, WCW, and ECW belts to become the U.S. Triple Crown champion. And then he got beaten by Chris Jericho, who immediately flipped it over to Mike Hagar as like a transitional champion, I guess. I had a couple transitional champions here. Like Cerno and Pepsi Man were transitional champions. So it was Taker and a guy who he's barely ever, if ever, wrestled before on my federation, Dr. Doom. Okay, I'm gonna see MF Doom. MF Doom? MF Doom. So I think as far as the sex set, now there are going to be other matches on the card at New York State of Mind. Title match between Bridget and Robert Landau. Tag match Takamori versus Bar Windfish. But I think as far as sex set synthesis goes, that's probably the best Final Four we could have from the group we've got. There's Undertaker, who essentially truly symbolized the quote-unquote real pro wrestling group. There's Cerno, who is heart and soul from the beginning. G-Man, a mysterious, disgusting force from the very beginning as well. And Dr. Doom, who is a complete wild card, has no history with the Federation. So I think that was a really good mix. That's why I don't like putting my thumb on the scale. I don't like directing who wins and loses. It's more entertaining for me. It's more entertaining for me if I let the game choose. So yeah, it's gonna be Doom, Taker, G-Man, and Cerno as part of New York State of Mind. Part of the anniversary celebration. I know people barely watch me in the fucking evenings. There are so many people on. That's one of the reasons I do these, because I don't mind. Like, these are usually at a time where I don't care if people are watching them live or not. Because these aren't for views, these aren't for clicks, these wrap-up shows. They're just, if you like me, but you only like two of my streams, it'll give you a nice quick look at what happened last week, so you have context of what's coming up next week. So, I was part of several different quote-unquote guerrilla collabs. Like, came together really last minute. Really huge shit. Left 4 Dead 2. I will tell you right now, I don't like this genre. I don't like the shooty bang bang genre. I'm not good at it. I'm humiliated. I was humiliated. I died every time, died repeatedly. I was not good. I was not. That being said, I had a hell of a fucking time. It was one of the biggest modern day flavor collabs ever, man. It was me, Malone, Choco, Temp, and Neo were both there as well. And Rika, Juwoon Sugar Bloom. I've been trying to collab with Juwoon for months, but he's been out doing his thing. Taking some mindfulness and stuff. And then, the one that blew my, I finally got to meet the original Rika Paprika. Rika Paprika #1. Like, I've been talking about I want to play Blackjack with Rika too. But Rika won. That is old school. Like, I think he quit, like, years ago. But he still pops his head up here and there. That was fucking amazing, man. Actually getting to meet Rika won. And we were hunting down Jimmy Gibbs Jr., who has a 1 in 3 chance of spawning every 15 days. And it's hilarious because Neo, it looks like, I believe, I'm not sure if we ever got 100% sure that's what it was. We think Neo had a mod that spawned in absolute fuck tons of enemies. Now, Jimmy Gibbs, even under the right circumstances, only has a 1 in 3 chance of spawning. But with that fuck ton of enemies, I think that might have just guaranteed it, because he was one of the first monsters to spawn once we got into the area where he could do it. Like right there in the elevator with everything on fire, I was able to get a couple good shots of him. So it was real cool. We succeeded first try. And then we ran around and I fucking died a lot. And I installed an ASCII mod that turned the rock concert into the ASCII black concert. And we got to hear a few songs that she has not played in a long fucking time. I think she's kind of disavowed the whole ASCII black era, which is kind of sad because that's my favorite era. But apparently she didn't have a whole bunch of say in ASCII black. So if it's that, if she's eschewing that because of creative freedom, then I can understand that, man. I do understand that. So, oh god, so hanging out with the 6 of them, it was really, really good. Great fucking time. Loved it. And then my first ever collab with a flesh tuber. Choco purchased Gauntlet Slayer Edition for all of us as part of a summer Steam sale. I think he got 4 copies for cheaper than the cost of 1 copy is normally. And it was him, me, Malone. Me and Malone ended up collabing 3 times this week. Holy shit. Gauntlet. 3D Gauntlet. It's very, very... It's very, faithful to the original. To the point where it's actually a detriment. Like, there is not a ton of content. We beat the game in like 2 or 3 hours. There was not a lot of content. I'm not happy with it, but it was a lot of fun playing with someone else. I think I would have skipped out if I was playing on my own. But it was good. I died a lot. I died a fucking lot. And, that kind of brought me to something I've been thinking about for a while now. About playing games. Not being shit at games. It goes back to, when me and Dead Mac did the Balatro collab. And he let me think that I won. He let me think I won. When really he won. And I felt really slimy about that. To the point where, like, I think I actually privated my VOD. Because he let me think I won, then I had to check the VOD back. No, he'd really won. Because I didn't have enough resources to watch a stream at the same time. And I'm like, why? Why are people like that? Is it because... do they think I'm too competitive? Do they think I'm too much of a tryhard? That's a bit. That's a bit. But on the other hand, I did horribly over like the week. I died many, many times in Gauntlet, to the point where the only reason we beat the final boss was because I stopped taking revives. I stopped reviving myself during the boss fight and let everyone else use the revive tokens because they draw on the same pool of tokens. I died more than anyone else in Left 4 Dead 2, and the only reason that anyone made any progress because I stopped reviving at some point. I I'm not good at video games and I'm dragging people down. But it's a collaborative effort, though. Because I swear I did have so much fucking fun. I tweeted about this. I said I have never had more fun getting my ass kicked than any other time. Yeah, I got sucked, but I had a great fucking time with some great fucking people. So I think that's why I went as hard as I did with the only collab or the only stream that was planned beforehand. Because, like I said, I was only supposed to do 2 streams this week. And everything else just kind of connected itself. And it was fights and tight spaces. I blocked out 12 hours to beat this game. Because a run can take... up to 6 hours. Because you can start right on the final boss if you've gotten that far. But to be 100% sure, you can't. You really need to start from the beginning. You absolutely need to start from the beginning. Or you will not have the enhancements you need. And you will not have the customized deck you need. So, I was going to start at 7 a.m. That's when I didn't think I'd have anything at 7 p.m. However, then then Grub canceled for one-page rules, and we ended up moving it to that Sunday. So all of a sudden, now I had something to do at Sunday, 7 p.m. So I moved it up to 6 to give myself a full 12 hours. First run, super promising. Super promising. I got like 2/3 of the way through the Mafia stage. And then I died in the roulette room when one of the shotgun guys pushed me over the table. Instant kill, no way to get out. I was legitimately upset because it was fucking stupid. Like, I'd forgotten that their shotguns push. And I was fucking done. And I was almost done. I swear I was almost done. I was getting fucking Manhira. So I took a little breather. And then the big thing was, though, it was proof of concept. I was going, hold on. Oh. Isn't competition, Splatts. You can feel bad for yourself after getting stopped in a tournament. Happy Annie, you big. Thank you, Choco. Anniversary's Thursday at 2 p.m. It's not quite yet, but thank you. You're going to be part of the festivities, man, and I fucking look forward to it. I get stomped all the fucking time. I'm starting to accept that. I'm starting to accept that I can be absolute dog shit in the things that I love and enjoy them and have a good time with amazing fucking people. But yeah, but it was proof of concept. That first loss, getting through like 2/3 through the I Can Plenty stage was proof of concept. I was going for econ that time. Move economy. Normally you have 3 econ, the momentum I think they call it. At that point I had 7. Which means I was pulling my entire hand and playing my entire hand every single turn. So I had a few failed runs. I think I had one that didn't get out of the biker stage. Or barely. I think I got up to the boss of the prison stage or close to the end of the prison stage and then folded. My final run was going to be the final run. I believe it was like shortly before noon. That was going to be the absolute final run. I got the first perk I got was the momentum again. Meaning extra 2 econ. So I went ahead and that last one was the perfect storm. It was the cards I got first time around, like early bird. I didn't get I never got stagger shot, but I had early bird. I had a lot of really good gun cards. I had a couple of long shots at some point. But it was about mobility and yeet. I had a couple. I think I had like almost 20 yeets. That was nice. Yeet. Um, because a couple of the later enemies, it's almost mandatory you yeet them, unless you've got a special combination of cards that'll give you like 80 or 90 damage at once. Um. So yeah, it was the first run that failed that almost got the right complete. Um, that was proof of concept that you can do Orca's an econ deck. In my Oshi push, it's an econ deck where you try to get as much gold as possible. So I did an econ deck and fights in tight spaces, deck draft. Being able to just, and the other thing that was the other thing that saved was flow state. If you have flow state in your hand, everything costs -1 cast, which is absolutely amazing. When I had a couple cards in my hand, that gave me more cards. So everything costs less, and I have a ton of econ. I was playing like 10, 15 cards a turn by the end. And that was it. That was it. When I got up to the agent that last time, I beat his first form in 1 turn. 1 turn, because I started out with so much econ. And I beat him. I beat Agent XI, and after all these months, I finally beat fights in tight spaces. Kind of interesting, all this shit is happening right now towards the end of my channel. First year. There have been 3 big dragons that I have not been able to slay on this channel. And I did all recently. Beating Harley the Baron Cribbage in, Hoyle card games. I finally beat him. The NES Classic Concentration bonus game, I won a 1990, I think, LeBaron. No, it was, I made it a meme, I'll have to look it up. And then beating fights in tight spaces. I'm taking it, I love the game. I fucking love the game. But I'm taking a huge break from it. I do want to come back. There is a Gunslinger campaign. I want to do the Gunslinger campaign. I don't know how long it is. But I do want to touch on it at some point. Because it's a great game. It's fucking great. So yeah, all the major dragons, the game-playing dragons on my channel have been slain. It's fucking awesome. And then that let me... But it took 10 hours, so I was dead in the fucking brain. It still took 10 fucking hours. But then I was able to get into the head of... Well, the AI gems again. Maybe I'll get lucky. He'll come up. I've been meaning to organize my folders. Pull him up, see if he comes up. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. That's a cute one. Mr. Blue Sky. A cleric cloud kicker. Mr. Blue Sky of their Mr. Blue Sky of their dirigible brigade. A large contingent of... I think I tried to do like Dick Attenborough for his voice. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think of Dickie Attenborough. The guy who does like the nature shows. Oh, yes. You see the cheetah out there in the wild. I was fucked up in the head during this collab. But I think that kind of made it better. I made it better. So we did up doing the final part of One Page Rules. It was me, Cara Malone as Lynn the Snake Lady, Grub as the Jade Warrior, and Zosimus Tarkus as himself. Writer, director, and actor. He's like Quentin Tarantino. He wrote, he directed, and he played a minor role. So that was fucking cool. A lot more strategy had to do with and when I picked Mr. Blue Sky to be a sky dwarf, rally ho. That wasn't me trying to metagame or anything. That was me saying, "Oh my god, there's a dwarf with a balloon. He's flying with the balloon attached to him. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I need this in my life." That's what, and I didn't know he had like 3 guns. He had like a chain gun, a rivet gun, and a fucking cannon. He was strapped as hell. Although I should have focused everything on weapons, I deliberately tried not to min-max. Deliberately tried not to min-max and tried to make the character just for the story. So I put all my points into willpower. Or wisdom or whatever. It's the W one. Because that's the one that helps with healing. And it's a good thing I did, because Jade Warrior almost fucking died. Like, he got down to 7 HP. And I'd healed him for like 3 or 4 HP earlier, so he almost fucking died during the final boss encounter. And I'm happy that Greb's character got to kind of slay the final boss at the end and just absolutely massacre him. Because in the first game, the first half, he didn't get to do a lot. Like, he had to stand behind the marker and trigger, like, the end sequence. He didn't actually get to fight or anything. Like, he threw some bombs. But I had some fun. I threw out some inside references. I even turned the stream into Neo Turf Masters at one point. Because what you do in the one-page rules, and it's cool that they've got this in Tabletop Simulator, you can do the measure. You can measure how far they go on each turn. And since the Dwarven Caves I won't spoil any story stuff. Because I want you to check it out. It's a hell of a story. I'm just talking about technical stuff. It had a lot of obstacles and stuff. But being a fucking sky dwarf, Mr. Blue Sky had float, which means he could go over terrain. Go over small terrain. Although it's kind of a contingency. We said Zoss said it only works for like small terrain. Like he can't go over castles and stuff unless it's like a cutscene. I think Zoss knew what cutscenes were when I talk about a cutscene where like in a RPG or a campaign, just something automatically happens because it's supposed to forward the story. I think he had a couple cutscenes in there, just didn't know that they were cutscenes. But actually, the whole thing was a lot of fun. And he was charmingly good-natured when we almost broke the fucking game. Like, I could see he was trying to railroad us. But we held fast in what we wanted to do, and he was able to adapt as well. And he worked it into the story, and we worked it into the story. And it was great. I still don't think I mastered the one tabletop, the one page, like, mechanics yet. I didn't use stress a single time. When I could have, if I'd used stress during the last fight, I probably could have turned the boss into Swiss cheese turn 1. But again, I was intentionally trying not to metagame. That's why I sunk all my points into healing. Because even though he doesn't have skills, he is a cleric and he does have healing abilities, like healing word and stuff like that. So, actually trying not to win, trying to metagame, even though we kind of murked the final boss and the final challenge. It was great. I loved it. All the fucking credit in the world to Zosimus Tarkus for putting that together. That was a hell of a time, man. That was a great time. That was a great captain of the week. And being able to hang out with Choco, play Fightcade, hang out with Neo, just chat, hang out with Temp, play Power Wash, Doing Gauntlet, doing Left 4 Dead, doing all this, and finally slaying that last dragon of fights in tight spaces. This, I don't know if it's corny to say it, I don't, but this week has been one of those weeks that reminds me why I started doing this. This is one of those weeks that reminds me why I started doing this in the first place. Having good times with amazing fucking people and telling my story. And the story rolls on to its first year. So I'd always planned for my anniversary to be a 2-day affair. Because, hold on, water time. Wow. I'd always planned for my anniversary to be a 2-day thing. Ever since I found out what it's going to be on a Thursday, I was initially planning on just calling out of work early. And just because I wanted my debut stream was on 2 p.m. at 2 p.m. on July 17th. I wanted my 1-year anniversary to be at 2 p.m. as well. And, I might as well go ahead and pull up well, I'll say it's a surprise, because I kind of fucked up the surprise a couple days ago. Accidentally going live on the surprise instead of going live in my actual stream. But it's up now, and the room's been up for a couple days. So this is gonna be 7 streams in 2 days. And for those of you who are worried about my health and stuff, over the course of these 2 days, I never get 6 hours of fucking sleep. I'm lucky to get 2 or 3. I have actually booked out doing my schedule for next week. I have made sure to block out 6 hours of sleep a day. 6 is all I really need. Like, 6 is all I really fucking need. So, I will be taking care of myself for this stream. So, to give you the best possible process. So, here it is. The 2-day encapsulation. Number 1. I wanted day 1 to be an encapsulation of the project. Like, I'm getting a lot of new people coming by, thanks to Himawari's channel and T1 Glistenerov's channel, Dirty Flesh Tuber. I'm getting some new eyes on me. I like to do this every month or so. I want to give them a day that is just an encapsulation of what the Amanda Splatts project is. That's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday, 3 a.m., starting with creative writing. The most important thing to this channel is creative writing. It's 3 a.m. because Sandruby's time is 3 a.m. If you remember back in the beginning, Sandruby premiered with a bunch of 3 a.m. chats. No audio, or no actual voice. No mic. Just typing. 3 a.m. Weird, mysterious missives from this creature in the desert with a porcelain mask. Now she's shown she's more vulnerable than ever before, or at least that's the face she's putting on, and has admitted that Amanda has always had her soul. So, number 1, the pillars of my channel, creative writing. I have booked out more time for the creative writing stream than any other stream at all. I am going to bed the moment I get off of work on Tuesday. That'll be like 7 o'clock. Then I wake up at 1 a.m. so I can be ready at 3 a.m. And we're going to have an open and honest, quote-unquote, conversation between Amanda and Sandruby. do a couple of revelations, maybe talk about why Amanda doesn't sing anymore. So, and then 10 a.m. 10 a.m., that's the next WebP pay-per-view, PLE, New York State of Mind. The finals of the Sextet Synthesis League. Main event, Bridget defends against Robert Landolt, who threw down the mayor of Flavortown Championship at Bridget's feet for a title shot. Rematch of the match of the year candidate so far. Talk now for the tag team titles, as Mori and Kiara Takamori take on Yui Ren and Yui Ron Bar Webfish. It's going to be 12, like I said, it's going to be a lot shorter than the usual Web P show. Because I wanted to do writing at 3 a.m. and I got the Babaniku Summit at 4 p.m. So I've got like 5 hours max for New York State of Mind. I don't know what a New York State of Mind is. If anyone can tell me what a New York State of Mind is, I would like to know. I just thought it sounded cool. Oh, what else? What other? There's going to be 12 matches. Oh, yeah. There are going to be two current champions who have nothing to do. They'll be fighting each other. Sakuya Izuyoi, the current Gensokyo Heritage Champion, and Mayor Mike Hagar, the current Triple Crown Champion, will be fighting each other in a no-holds-barred street fight. Non-title. Just something for the champions to do. We got some special surprises. We might have some celebrities. We're going to be doing voice acting. Going to be doing cringe fucking voice acting. I'm going to be writing fan fiction on the spot. I'm going to be cringe as shit. It's going to be fucking great. And it's going to be a lot shorter than the other shows. Like the other shows are in between 20 to 25. Because I try to fit a full tournament in them to pad them. No, this is just going to be the finals of Sextet, which is 6 matches, and then the heavyweight and tag titles, and then a few bonus matches. We're not even doing number 1 contendership matches this time. We got one number 1 contendership match, but we'll follow up on that. We'll get the card. I'll probably, if it's slow at work tomorrow, I'll promote the card. If I get axed from work tomorrow a little early, I'm gonna try to. I might do a bonus Bellatrix stream tomorrow, just because I haven't played Bellatrix on stream in a while, and it'll bring people in. So yeah, 3 a.m. Creative Writing, No More Lies. 10 a.m. New York State of Mind. 4 p.m. It's a stream that's traditionally been very important to my channel. The Babaniku Summit. Little 3-person chat sessions. We just sat for 4 or 5 hours and just let our souls out. Just have a good damn time. The first one was one of the major collabs I ever put together with Malone and Nicola. Second one was the first one where I figured out how to do all of our major models at once. Our my 3Ds, their 2Ds, using OBS Ninja to get their feeds, so it looks like all of our models are in there at once, like a professional, HoloLive collab. And it was a lot of fun. And this one's going to be even better, because it's going to be someone who's even more important to my channel than Nicola, who canceled at the last minute. It's going to be Choco Minato. It's actually kind of hilarious. After a few weeks after Nicola and Malone both agreed to do the Babaniku Summit, I'm like, hey, can we add Choco as a 4th? That would be a lot of fun. Because I feel like Choco is very important to my channel. Malone was like, yeah, sure, that'll be cool. And when I asked Nicola, she said, I don't want to do the summit anymore. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell tales out of school. I'm not going to snitch on people. But she said, no, I don't want to do it anymore. I won't stream with you anymore. So, I know I was catching shit from someone, I forget who it was, talking about Choco's replacing Nicola. No, that's bullshit. We'd added Choco before Nicola left. So, it's gonna be a great fucking time. Malone, who's been a member important to my channel from the beginning, and Choco, who is a huge fucking part of my channel, and one of my biggest inspirations. We're just gonna be up for like 5 hours or something. It's gonna be great. Those are the 3 pillars of my channel, man. Creative writing, Fire Pro, and collabs. Those are the 3 things that are more important to my channel than anything else. And then there's that 4th pillar that emerged recently, when I realized I do a shit ton of golf content on my channel. And I was like, what can I do for golf content that I haven't already fucking done with Neo Turf Masters? It's great. Because someone actually, on the Neo Turf Masters Discord, it was amazing. Someone got the Neo Turf Masters Neo Geo CD port running. And it's great because, like, oh, how do you set it up? How do you connect, like, with RetroArch and everything? No. The guy just zipped it up for me, put everything where it already needed to be, so that as soon as I opened it, it just played Neo Turf Masters. Everything was loaded and where it needed to be. And the reason I talked about the CD port is there's a 5th course. It's called Scotland. I believe it's half circle towards and D. Unlock Scotland. And it is, I'm not going to say anything about it. All I'm going to say is I played 1 hole. I played the first hole a couple times to make sure I got the graphics and everything right, and the loading and everything right. I've only played 1 hole. And if any of the rest of the course is as bullshit as that first hole, we're gonna have a fucking night. So that, I'll probably get to bed about, like, midnight that night. Those are the 4 pillars of my channel. Creative writing, collabing, pro wrestling, and now, for some reason, there's fucking golf. And Wednesday is going to be an encapsulation of what makes this channel tick. Now, here's the fucking depressing thing. The rain, like, weather issues might cut some things off. I found out there might be some fucking weather problems, so please, like, I don't ask you for anything. I don't ask my friends for a lot. I really try not to, but if y'all could just do some good wishes for good weather, so we can go ahead and get these 2 off, these 2 days off, I would really appreciate it. Because the internet actually went out, the power went out like a little bit today, for like 20 minutes, something. And I just hate for that, like, I put so much in it. I know English streamers have to embrace the fucking stuff. I know. But I put so much into this, I really want to get going. I'm going to show y'all how important you are to me. So Thursday is the important one, the 1-year anniversary stream. Starting with Darkest Dungeon, easily my most popular series. Although my top 2 most watched VODs are Fire Pro. I get stupid CCV doing Darkest Dungeon, like 30 to 35 CCV doing Darkest Dungeon. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm lucky to get 1 CCV for half of my streams, and I think that's Malone with one of his 500 tabs open. Malone's a good guy, man. He's a good fucking guy. But yeah, I'm gonna be... I'll tell you, it's fucking cynical. It's number chasing. I do Darkest Dungeon, my biggest CCV, right before my anniversary stream. and hope people get funneled in there. And then 2 p.m. is going to be the actual anniversary stream. I'm just going to do what Malone did on his 1-year anniversary. I'm just going to have an open flavor chat if any flavor wants to stop by and say hi. I know Malone's got a stream that day. And he's taken off Wednesday just to do the Babniku Stumble with me and Choco. So I don't know how long he's actually going to stay on Thursday. But he said he's coming. See who else is coming. Just going to watch some of my VODs. I'm going to explain the history. Like, explain Sam Ruby. Try to explain a few long-running things for new channel members. People who have joined since I started coming up. Say hello to whoever pops into Flavor Voice chat for my anniversary and just have a good time for a few hours. And then, for the first time in 4 months, I'm doing karaoke. For the first time in 4 months, I'm going to be singing again. So that's the plan for this week. Like, obviously, that only goes up to the end of Thursday. I still don't know what I want to do on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. What I want to do those days. Maybe wrap up some other games. Maybe start Disco Elysium. I don't know. But yeah. Wednesday is going to be an encapsulation of the 4 pillars of this channel. And Thursday is going to be number menheraing into the actual anniversary, and then putting a capstone on this chapter of the project with the first karaoke I've done in 4 months since my birthday back in March, when I haven't had the strength or the courage to sing. I'm going to force myself to, even if it only ends up being like 3 or 4 songs. And I end up noping out. I want to. So that is the plan. And like I said, I'm going straight to bed. I'll show you the stage number 1. I always get my OBS set up early. The room's already ready. I already switched over the talking time room to the Budokan. I put Landolt and Bridget there as a test. Still haven't updated this room yet for the Jimmy Gibbs Jr. collab. And there you go. It's gonna be one of those things where I know I'm probably the only one who gives such a fuck about getting all this coordinated and setting it off perfectly. I know everyone else is gonna have a good fucking time regardless. But, like, with all the new people coming to my channel and all the new people that Flavor's getting watching it, I feel like this would be a good, my 1-year anniversary would be a good time to kind of distill the essence of the project into a few streams. And that's going to start with Creative Project Wednesday, 1 a.m., 3 a.m. So yeah, I might Gorilla Balatro tomorrow if I get off of work early. But I am going to bed 7 p.m. tomorrow night, no matter what, so I can get 6 hours of sleep because I don't want to be late for anything. And then it's just, I'm going to be Amanda for like 2 fucking days. It's going to be great. I hope it's going to be great. I hope I don't fuck this up. I mean, if anyone's going to fuck it up, I'm probably gonna fuck it up. But I hope I don't fuck it up. Like, Clanker, thank you for stopping by. Choco, thank you for stopping by. Lurkers, Bod Watchers, Second Screen Saints. Like I say, I know kind of prime time for streaming right now. But, like I said, it's always cool when people do catch the wrap-up show live. But I've been mulling about taping the wrap-up show because it's not about numbers. It's about, hey, did you miss something last week? Are you curious about what's going on next week? Check out the wrap. Spend a couple hours with Splatts. And, get back on with the rest of your night. In fact, I think Malone's still streaming. Let me pull it up. I think Malone's still streaming. Let me pull up the fucking stream. Malone, he's doing his fucking thing. Giggle, giggle, caramel. I like that little ditty I wrote for him. I know a dude named Caramel. Watch him on your tablet, your TV, your phone. It's giggling and yapping, something's always happening. So I was a good time with Caramel. Something nice and simple. Nice and simple. I like it. I like Malone. Malone is nice and simple. I like Choco. Choco's a fucking badass. Doesn't even know it. So we're gonna raid into... Oh yeah, he's playing the titty robot game. No, the other titty robot game. Nope. No, the other titty robot game. Please fill out a marshmallow. I will be reading them live. Also, if you did dirty words and nastiness, I probably didn't get it. Because Marshmallow has an automatic filter on it. Like, I think you actually have to pay to take off the filter and get completely unfiltered marshmallows. So, check out the marshmallow. I pinned the marshmallow to all the Wednesday streams as well. Go Malone, raid Malone. I'm your faithful Amanda Splatts. It's Amanda Splatts right here. You'll have a good night. I'll see you Wednesday. Good night.